So the game I'm playing today is called Canabalt HD. Now I played the original Canabalt a few months back. If you need a refresher, or if you just haven't seen that video, Canabalt was originally released as a free online flash game back in 2009. It was an infinite runner where you played as a very handsomely dressed individual who was trying to escape their city. Why exactly did they want to escape their city? Well, it was being attacked by alien robots. So he decides to jump out of his office window and the rest is history. Canabalt was a very popular flash game back in the day, and its official launch marked the birth of a brand new video game genre, the Infinite Runner. But this is Canabalt HD. Now as the name would imply, this is an HD remake of Canabalt. This version came out in 2015, and it's mostly the same as the original Canabalt, but it does have some new features. For instance, there are multiple game modes now, not just the original. The downside to the original Flash release was that there was only one game mode. The HD remake has about 8 of them. Most of them feature the exact same gameplay as the original Canabalt game mode, although the way in which the levels are generated is different. So we're gonna press a button here to continue, so we're just gonna go to the main menu right here. So I've played most of these off screen already. As a matter of fact, I've played all of them off screen. Now something that is new to this version of Canabalt in particular is that you can play with 2 players. There is this little button right down over here that you can click on in order to enable 1-player mode or 2-player mode. We're just gonna go with 1 player for now. I guess I could show off the 2-player mode at the end of the video. I'm not entirely sure how to control the 2nd player. You have various achievements. You also have the options menu. You can go into graphics. You can enable anti-aliasing. There's also the graphics mode. You can switch it to 2D if you want to go for the classic Canabalt art style. But there is also a 3D mode. This 3D mode causes the buildings to appear in 3D and the boxes, but it doesn't cause the characters to appear in 3D. If you want some of the objects in the game to be rendered as voxels instead of pixels, you can enable that. So to kick off this video, we're gonna go to the origin mode first. So we're just gonna go and play this right away. Now, this game plays mostly the same as the original Canabalt. Once again, this is a 1-button game. The only control you really have here is spacebar, which allows you to jump. You can tap the spacebar in order to perform a small jump, hold it down in order to perform a much larger jump. The levels are all randomly generated as per usual. You have buildings crumbling, and as you can see, we have a brand new 3D effect on the buildings. I don't know if the billboards are new though, because I don't really remember being able to jump over billboards in the original Canabalt. And as you keep on running, you will build up speed until eventually the speed becomes so great that it is kind of difficult to control your jumps, or to time your jumps, I should say. Watch out for the boxes, of course, because if you hit them, you'll trip over them and that will slow you down. Sometimes they can be helpful if you are running extremely fast and you can't really time your jumps very well. So you can use the boxes to slow down to try and focus a little bit better. So you do have the moving platforms, of course. You also have the crayons. And this is how the origin game mode plays out. So this is how all the levels in this mode is generated. The character looks a little bit different as well. I do believe they are still made out of pixels, but they do have, they do look a little higher quality than the original. And you may have also noticed that the character has a bit of a different design. That's because there's actually multiple character designs in this game. The only thing is that you can't choose which character you want to play as. The game just automatically assigns one to you at the beginning of each run. And they don't perform differently either. The only thing that's different about them are their designs. But that's pretty much it. So you're just jumping over the cranes right here. You'll also notice that, I somehow broke a window, but I still fell off the building anyway. Yeah, you'll also notice that the alien robots are not actually bombarding me with nukes. That mechanic has been moved to a different game mode, which I'll show off in just a little while. But this is the origin game mode, so yeah, just it's basically the original Canabalt. You still have all the birds on top of the buildings right here, but they all look in 3D, so it looks a lot nicer now. The graphics look a lot smoother. Okay, there we go. Well, there's one of them actually. I was waiting for that to happen. Yeah, because I keep forgetting that the nukes were a random event. Okay, that was a random event as well, but yeah, some of the other modes make it so that only those obstacles appear in the level. So you have to try and make it through the entire level with only those obstacles. And then we also have the guy right here, so he looks a little bit different now. I do believe you still have the guy in the tuxedo, but unfortunately you can't actually select them. There is no character selection option. So again, you're just jumping through windows. There is also a game mode where you're only jumping through windows, and I'll show all of that off in just a moment. I'm gonna see if I can try to... Oh geez, I almost didn't jump over that nuke. So you're just constantly running here. So there's definitely a major graphical improvement over the original, but it still has mostly the same art style. Wow, I timed that so perfectly, and I have no idea how. That building's crumbling. Can I still make it over? Yes, I definitely can. It always feels so satisfying playing Canabalt, just a pristine sense of speed right here. And also, it's extremely simple. All you have to do is just press spacebar at the right times. It tests your timing. It tests how well you're good at timing your jumps here, and also how good you are at like timing the spacebar or holding down the spacebar. Because you know some jumps you have to just make like very tiny. That's a sentence, and I don't think it was a very well constructed sentence. Okay, that was a bit of a leap of faith because I was incredibly high, but yeah. So that's Origin. There are no special achievements you can obtain for completing Origin, but that was still pretty good though. 5,120. So then we can go to Defenestration. So this is the one where you're just jumping through windows, and you'll see how the level generation is different here. So I think, okay, well I thought I would have just been able to fall into the window there, but I guess I had to jump a little bit. Yeah, so the only thing that really differentiates all of these different modes from each other is that the level generation is different. As you can see, there are way more windows that we have to jump through, and if I could stop dying, I would be able to show this off a lot better. So jump out this window right here, then we can just, yeah, we don't have to jump right there. We could just fall into that because that was so close to us anyway. So yeah, just jumping through office buildings and moving through the hallways. And that's the only real difference though. Just move all these boxes out of the way. So you do have a little bit of a challenge. Some of them do have different challenges at the very least. Now one thing you'll notice is that all of these levels have two different challenges to complete. The first challenge is making it to a certain distance. For instance, in Defenestration, the first challenge is getting to 1,000 meters, which I've absolutely decimated because I made it to 2,800. But there is a second challenge, because you'll notice that there's two different icons right next to the levels. The first one is lit up because I beat the first challenge, but it doesn't tell you what the second challenge is. I assume you need to achieve a much further distance to complete the second challenge, but the game does not tell you that. It doesn't tell you exactly what the goal of the second challenge is, so you just have to figure that out for yourself. And then we have Bombardment. This is the mode where we're just getting constantly bombarded by nukes. So we'll see if we can do this while right here. So yeah, they're just one right off the bat. And once again, this is mostly random because sometimes it won't even throw any nukes at you. But for the most part, the nukes are the only thing you have to jump over. I don't believe there are any windows that spawn or any office hallways. So this one, if you just want to try and test your jumping skills, try to test your ability to jump over all these nukes, then you can do that. I probably should not have jumped over that box. Let's try that again here. I'll probably just make like 3 attempts to beat all of these different modes. Because I mean, there's not really anything else to say about them. If you want to change the way the levels are generated, you could try out these modes here. Like if you want just nukes falling down on you, want nukes raining down on you. I didn't even jump there. I just gave up at that point. But yeah, if you just want a bunch of nukes raining down on you, the danger of getting reduced to nothing but dust, then yeah, you can do that. If you just want to jump over the nukes. That's pretty much it. This is the only type of obstacle that generates in this mode in particular. Yeah, I'm just gonna take those hits because I can still make it over the buildings anyway. There's the nuke right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, the camera shaking is still as disorienting as ever though. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit that as well. But you can regain your speed though, so that's good at least. But try not to hit too many boxes because you'll be reduced to like walking speed, and then at that point you won't be able to jump. Wow, okay, that was good timing right there. I barely even jumped. I thought I was just gonna fall right into that. Yeah, I got an achievement because I completed the Bombardment challenge because I wasn't able to off screen. Oh boy, we're going fast now, boys. We're going fast now. Maybe slow down the tempo a little bit. Okay, we're still going. We are still going. These are just the small buildings right here. Let's just see how far I can make it. Can I make it to 3,000? Yeah, I definitely made it to 3,000. I don't know if it was a good idea to hit that box. Okay, yeah, we're still going here. We're still going though, so it's okay. Just keep on running. Just keep on running. Okay, why is the game getting all stuttery all of a sudden? What is going on here? I don't think it's supposed to do that. I mean, OBS is not going crazy or anything, so this time might actually be the game. I just blew my face off. But I got 4,000 meters, so that's pretty good. I feel like I'm actually doing a lot better than I was in the original Canabalt. Okay, was there any reason it was doing that? Because now it's no longer doing it. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Then we have the Purity mode. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this mode is. Okay, it's still stuttering, actually. Okay, what is going on here? I don't understand. Why is the frame rate, like just dying all of a sudden? I have no clue what's happening. So, the Purity mode, I'm not entirely sure what this mode is, honestly, but if I had to guess, I would say that it's probably a mode where you're just jumping over buildings, because I don't think there's any office hallways that you need to jump into, no windows to break. I think it's just pure building jumping, you know, just pure parkour, and jumping over cranes every now and then. So you just have to, you're just going as fast as you possibly can. I got 2,051 right there. That's not enough to actually beat it, because you needed 3,000, but I already did it off screen, actually. I didn't even notice. Okay, I decided to close the game and restart it. Hopefully that fixed the frame rate stuttering issues. Hopefully. Yeah, it appears as though it did, actually. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't appear too horrible in the actual video. So, in Invasion, yeah, this is the thing where all these robot arms are coming down and destroying the buildings that you have to jump on top of, and it can be very hard to time sometimes. Like, in order to get the timing down is really hard, because once again, it's just completely random whether or not the arms actually come down. Like, you could go a few buildings before they come down, so it's just completely random again. You just gotta time it very well. Okay, I did it right there. I did it right there. So yeah, you kind of have to predict when the arms are going to come down, although that's not really something you can predict because, like I said, it's random, but when you see them in your peripheral vision, I guess, and when you're going so fast, sometimes it's almost impossible to time your jump. But if you just want that obstacle in particular, if you want to hone your skills against that one, then that's what the evasion mode is for. I still got a better score that time, though, because you only need 1,000 in order to complete that. Then you have Fractured right here. Now, the Fractured mode, yeah, here's our original character from the Canabalt 1.0. So in the Fractured game mode, most of the buildings will be crumbling, but once again, that's the only difference. So there's just mostly crumbling buildings in this mode right here. Just gotta jump over them. They're not the hardest buildings to jump off of, though, so it's okay. Most of them are just falling apart. Just crumbling. The entire city is just getting destroyed right here. But yeah, not the worst game mode ever. Really not. And there's not that many boxes either. As a matter of fact, yeah, there's only one of them right there, but still, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. And I did complete that challenge. This is getting dangerously close to the bottom of the screen though, so I don't really like that. Get over the billboard. Yeah, the objective is to not look at your character. You wanna look where you want to go. It's just like driving. Look where you want to go. Jump to the building that you want to jump onto. So just pay attention to where the buildings are. Don't pay attention to where your character is relative to the buildings. Because if you do that, you will most likely fail. Just jump at the correct times and you'll succeed. You will succeed. What in the world? What? I have never seen that happen before, not even in the original. I hit the side of a building and I got launched like 1,000 feet into the air. The aliens have decimated so much of this city that not even the physics in the city work correctly. They did something to mess with gravity in this region of the planet. Okay, well that's still pretty good. I still got it. So what's the only one that I haven't managed to complete yet? I think it's just this one right here. Yeah, the panic mode. I'm gonna try that out in just a moment, but we're gonna go to Leap of Faith right here. Now, I did say something about the Steam version of Canabalt in the video I made of the Flash release. I said that there was an option to enable invisible... Okay, I didn't even notice that there. I said there was an option to enable invisible buildings, and this is what I was talking about right here. So as you can see, all the buildings are just gone. They're not there. They're ghost buildings. Now, thankfully, there is still a way of telling where the buildings are, because as you can see, there are birds on top of all the buildings, so it still tells you where they all are, but it is a lot more difficult to time because you can't exactly see where you are on the building, like your position. But I think I do have to jump right here. Okay, I can't tell, especially when all the birds just suddenly leave and I'm still on top of the building. Got this straightaway right here. Yeah, see, because that really throws me off because it's just a long straightaway. But yeah, just pay attention to the birds this time, and you'll be able to tell where exactly you are. I guess pay attention to the glass at the beginning as well, because the glass will land on the buildings right here. So yeah, it's really difficult. I'm not even sure how I managed to get 3,700 meters off screen, because this is, honestly, I would say this is one of the more difficult modes, or it is the most difficult. Also, the game is stuttering again. What is going on? It wasn't doing that off screen. That's the whole Leap of Faith game mode, so just invisible buildings. The city hasn't really been destroyed. No, all the buildings just exist as ghosts. Their foundations are still here, but you just don't see them. You need to have infrared vision in order to detect them. I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm talking about. Get out of here. Just fall to your death. Because this game is just, like, lagging like crazy, and I have no clue what's happening. Then we have the panic mode. Now, if you thought the original Canabalt was way too slow, this one will definitely give you an adrenaline rush. So, panic, as it's... Wow, okay. I just reset the game off screen, and it's still stuttering. What in the world? I don't understand. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna have to roll with it for now, guys, because I don't know what's happening. Okay, it stopped now, though. Yeah, so in the Panic game mode, it renders the levels mostly the same as Origin, but as you can see, you move a lot faster. And sometimes your speed is so great that it's next to impossible to time your jumps. In fact, you can gain so much speed from this that you can literally clear other buildings altogether. Like, you can jump directly over one building and land on the rooftop of the adjacent building, so got a very pristine sense of speed right here. If you want to go extremely fast, the fastest you possibly can, this is the mode for you. But good God, it's hard. Wait, what? A single bound. Oh wait, I thought I had what in the world? Okay, I'm definitely hitting the side of the buildings, but I'm still surviving. What the heck? How is... What? Okay, I have no idea what's happening. Well, I completed it. Panic and Escape achievements I got. So that one's basically the lightning fast game mode. Really puts your reflexes to the test. And last but not least, you have Box Tripper. As its title would insinuate, this is a level that is just littered with boxes. Yeah, 4 boxes on one rooftop right here. You gotta try and jump in between them. Yeah, and see how slow you become when you hit so many boxes, and then it takes so long to regain all your speed. Let's see if I can take advantage of that glitch I recently found. Apparently, I can hit like the side of the building and like clip on top of it. I have no clue what was happening in the Panic game mode, because I thought for sure that I would not have enough height to reach the other building, but then I somehow made it up. I don't get it. This mode is probably the most annoying, because some of these boxes you can't even avoid. You have to make like very tiny jumps right here. Really need to know how long, just how long to hold the spacebar. Really gotta figure that out. Now, I'm not gonna be able to make that jump. Okay, never mind. I was able to make it. Okay, fine. Let's go here. Let's go here. Try and get to 1,000, even though I already did that off screen, but still try to do it in the video. Just as video proof. There we go. Very nice. So we basically completed the challenge, and now the stuttering is back. Okay, that was going up a little bit too fast for me to be able to reach it. You ran 1168 meters before somehow hitting the edge of an I-beam. Oh yeah, I see. So you can toggle between the 2D and 3D modes right here. So this just makes it look a lot more realistic. If you want to go for the classic Canabalt experience, though, yeah, here you go. Here's all the sprites. Here's all the sprites right here. So yeah, basically have the original Canabalt, but it's in full widescreen resolution. This game does have full widescreen support now, so it no longer renders in a really weird horizontally elongated window, because the resolution that the original Flash version of this game displayed in was just extremely odd. It was like very vertically squished, but very horizontally stretched, and it made absolutely no sense. It was still playable even in that incredibly bizarre resolution, but it didn't mean it was... It made me uncomfortable, to say the least. Yeah, I got some new sprites here. This guy with sweatpants. You know, just going for my jog. Even when my city's getting destroyed by aliens. I can still get my exercise here, just going for my daily jog, trying to jump over boxes, but good lord, I'm having a really hard time doing that, and I just fell off a building to my death. The end. Yeah, Box Tripper is probably the slowest game mode out of them all. If Panic is the fastest, Box Tripper is the slowest. Not the most exciting mode in my opinion. But there we go, we've completed all the modes, so we've essentially beaten the game, I guess. Well, not really, because we do have the secondary challenge, but I have no idea how to complete the secondary challenges, and I'm not going to bother right now, especially not in this video. But real quickly before I end things, I am going to show off the 2-player mode right here, so if you go and play, as you can see, we have 2 characters on the exact same screen, so this is not like split screen or anything. Yeah, and if one dies, then it just focuses on the other player over here. And there are achievements you can obtain for completing these levels in 2-player mode. And I guess you're also a lot faster in 2-player mode as well. I have... Wow, okay. Why was I moving so fast there? How does this look in 2D mode, out of curiosity? I'm trying to figure out how I can control the second player. Because I know I press spacebar. Oh, I can also gain more speed than the other player too. Oh, I see. You can press space or return. Yeah, by the way, you can also use the mouse to jump as well, but it's very bizarre and unorthodox and I don't like it. Let's see if I can actually do this here. Can I just use my mouse? Yeah, let's see if I can try controlling both of them at the same time. Oh, good God. Okay, hang on a second. Stay with me. Stay with me. Yeah, see, the only problem is that they outrun each other, though. Okay, here we go. I'm using my mouse to do this, because this is just a lot easier. Yeah, there we go. Who needs another person? You can just do this so easily with your mouse. Oh, look at that. Perfect harmony. Well, that's... Never mind, my friend just broke his face on the side of a window, okay. Or the side of a building, I should say. So now I'm just on my own. I gotta run. I'm the lone survivor. I need to make it out of the city. There we go. Blazing speed. Good God, dude. Yeah, so I guess you do, move a lot quicker when you're playing this in 2-player mode. But why though? I guess maybe to make it more exciting if I had to guess? I'm not really sure. Alright, well I think I'm gonna leave things here for now, guys. So that's the HD remaster, or remake, or whatever the heck you want to call it, of Canabalt. I do apologize for some of the stuttering in this video, but I had no idea what was going on. Like, sometimes the game would just stutter at random intervals, and it doesn't seem like restarting the game actually fixed it, because there was one point where I did restart it, but it was still stuttering, so not really sure what was going on there, guys, and I'm sorry if that made the video look extremely choppy in terms of frame rate, like it was skipping a lot of frames. It was definitely the game doing that and not my recording software, because I even noticed that within the game, so not sure if that's a bug or not. So it's basically Canabalt, but with just more options, like different level generation options. If there's only certain obstacles that you want in your way when you're jumping over buildings and soaring through the air, then you have all of these modes at your disposal. Still as fast-paced as ever, especially with the panic mode, where it's so fast you can't even react to anything, basically like Sonic. And there's also a 2-player mode, which means you can play it with your friends now, or if you're incredibly skilled and also lonely by yourself. I mean, it's not that difficult to play 2 players with a mouse. It's just a matter of left-clicking and right-clicking at the correct times. You could probably master it very easily if you practice a lot. But I don't really know what else to say about it other than that, guys. That's Canabalt HD. Still the same satisfying gameplay and exhilarating sense of speed as the original Canabalt. Nothing's changed in that regard. But it has a graphical upgrade and you can play with 2 players. And the game is not displayed in a really unusual, squished resolution. It's still the same classic Canabalt gameplay, but with some brand new and, in my opinion, much needed improvements, especially the frigging resolution. So if you want to purchase Canabalt HD, the link is in the description. This is not a free game. It was commercially released. It only costs $3, however. You're not spending a great deal of money, so don't get too mad about it. And if you want, you can still play the original Flash version. The link to that is also in the description. And if you want to see the video I made of the original Canabalt Flash game, there will be an annotation that appears during the video's end slate, and clicking on that link will take you to my older Canabalt video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video I make. Later!